This is an emergency broadcast. No, wait, not emergency. It's breaking news. That's what it was. Sorry. Breaking news. Breaking news is Sir Doyle. This is, he's actually thinner than this. Okay, the breaking news is no defense attorney information on file. Alright, so what I have to do is
What?
wow. This was 6 days ago. Holy. This one. left on this one. There's more. Oh no. Still don't hear either. Not here. Okay, we got this is what I want. The 12th. Alright, this is a week before. Let's see. Bruh. I'll find it. If it's there, I'll find it. What is this? Alright. It's not there. It's this one. This is good, at least I know where we're at. There. That's not it either. Let's click on. I want him to click on that right there. But this is just a video. Oh, visitation again. Nah. August. I hope this isn't the one that just. Okay. Some more visiting thing, I think. Defendant search. Okay, please be it. Yes. Here you go. Yes. Yes. Found it. Okay. Legal Aid Society. See that? June. Okay. Now. Okay. And now. This is the update. No defense attorney information on file. Okay. So I told Dr. Job, and he said, was the website showing he was appeared today, also tomorrow? One, can that have been their own business, the other his business? New paragraph. Communication has been stymied, hasn't it, to not be secure in his own guaranteed protection, if security in papers and internal affairs by crime, as funds allocated, taken, not used for phone. Okay, I told Dr. Job that he got his phone taken, his phone card stolen. So, no proper communication has been. Anyway, very simple. The paper is read out as a point of order to take judicial note that this be my testimony under penalty, I guess. It says Owensky Sky. I'm thinking it should be a penalty. Of perjury under the laws from the land on and for the record. I can't post that because it has Dr. Job's phone number. You know how YouTube is. Should I go anyway as a friend of the court? I said, should I go anyway as a friend of the court with papers? I don't know if I could read them. What would you do? What would you do? Happy face. Should I go anyway as a friend of the court with papers? IDK. If I could read them aloud, what would you do? Can't hurt to ask, right? Isn't that the point? Oh, it's so cold. I actually should go to bed if I'm gonna go to court. They open at 9. I'm gonna get there and nobody's gonna start work on their end till like 10. Why am I paranoid that they're gonna try to get it done early so I can't be there? I think that they're actually planning against me. Man, I gotta go to bed. Thinking like that, it's not making sense anymore. He says, yes, expect really nice cooperation. Yes, you're giving value, forgiven consideration. You're there to see the charges discharged. Amen. Without recourse, not a sumsit. Thank you. Without recourse, not a sumsit. Okay, I gotta look what that means. I'm just gonna pass right out. Then I gotta shave. Can't go in and look like a wolf man. Peace and glory. Combines two legal concepts to disclaim liability and deny contractual obligation. Without recourse means an endorser takes no responsibility if a financial instrument like a check bounces. Non-assumpsit is a plea denying that a promise or contract was made. Together they are used to refuse personal liability. Key details regarding these terms include without recourse, often used in financial transactions. This phrase means the party transferring a negotiable instrument, like a check or promissory note, will not be responsible if the instrument is dishonored or fails to pay. Okay, so what about dishonored? If the system is broken. In Sir Doyle's case, he was drugged instead of given proper nutrition. How's that? That's why I think they're silencing him, trying to get him to plea out. They gave him TRT, and it messes with your brain, combined with the cocktail of changed medication over a lifetime. And everybody knows the story. The side effects are worse. In any case, we know that side effects inevitably they are something like, in his case, he uh, was dealing with psychiatrists, and he would go and get a different script. And when I met him at 60, none of them worked. And I told him that due to the research into the brain of the gut, by Dr. Jubb, in particular what's the name of the book? I edited it, I should know. It was Jubb's Metabolic Neuropathy. That's what it is. Healing Metabolic Neuropathy. Yeah. That book out is for all mental conditions, but has the layout of a program. So, because when I met him, he didn't know anything about nutrition. I told him about being a plant-based athlete, which he respected as an athlete himself, and took my advice and was able to reduce his medication, quote medication, call it the prescription. He was able to reduce his prescription, and he moved from group home, from institution to group home to solo living in a shared apartment, and was doing great until they gave him TRT. Okay? Do you need any more proof than that? The guy is just going to do great the whole time. Well, he had one instance where there was somebody in the group home, not the group home, the first place after he got institutionalized the last time. The system is broken. If he's in and out of the institution, and he finally gets to live on his own, right? And reduced medication. He got to the point where all he needed was not a second opinion. He needed insurance to cover his living. Because he's listed as disabled and gets Social Security um, disability to pay for his housing. He's in the system where that's his disability, so he has to go along with the treatment plan. Or that's what he was doing when he was living on his own. He basically went was able to, you know, show his I don't know what you call it, landlord. That's what I would call it. I don't know who it's in that department who they outsource sale. I think it's called SAIL or SALE. Shoot, I was supposed to get his What is the company that has my friend's belongings when he went to jail? He had to leave his things in his place, which was paid for by this company that's called Sale, SAIL or SALE. I'm not sure how to spell it. SAI. You see, it cuts you off. Sober adults living in power. There we go. It's at sale. I live in Nassau County, New York. He was in West Hempstead when he was. No, wait, he moved to, where was it? Oceanside or Island Park, Nassau County, New York. So what would be the sale office? SALE, I guess. Quick, cuts you off. Not like chat. SAIL, South Shore Association for Independent Living. Oh, there we go. Mental health. Yep, that's got to be it. Operates numerous sites, including West End. If it was the provider, his belongings likely being held at one of their administration main office. Contact their headquarters. Phone number. Okay, here we go. I'll leave this up. Call them first thing. Set my alarm on my phone. Yo, let's go. Alarm, right? Oh, Android. Let's see, calendar. Man, you think they're gonna be up at 9 a.m.? There's no way I'm getting to court by 9. SAIL Services. Five 6 88 whoop 887 4844. 9 a.m. Head notification 1 hour before at time of event. Okay. Description. Ask if you can find Sir Doyle's things at their office. Saved. Okay. Check the website. Maybe I could email them. Contact. Hello, I am closest personal friend of Richard Doyle. He's still incarcerated and asked me to collect his belongings. Belongings. Nah. Okay, so what I think it's saying, I think Dr. Job is saying here that he's been dishonored. Without recourses, you did this. Oh my god, I had that on cold the whole time? No wonder I was cold. What the heck? I had the heater on and I was cold. That's crazy. Okay. Sale. Okay, got sale. Crime of the century. Print notice and order for discharge. Okay. I did that. It's good on my feet. That heater doesn't smell good though. Smells like. Let's see.
So I just went to see the chair first. Um, free Sir Doyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
stale
stale
crackers.
crackers.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just fucking
zoom
zooming
in
in
here.
here.
Notice and order for discharge of charges. Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Nassau. Let me actually ask Dr. Job another question. Should I make an appendix also for the document? Copy this. I guess I can. Rabbit. Rabbit. Notice an order for discharge of charges. Comes now a man, Richard Doyle. It's supposed to be Doyle Richard, actually. Shoot. I didn't read it, proofread it. Oh my god. I didn't proofread it, bro. I'm pretty sure I can use a pen, and that's actually good, but that's pretty dumb that I would do that. I mean, it's not his paperwork anyway, unless he signs it. So he could do it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, this is as low as goes. Comes now a man, Doyle Richard, doing business as Richard Stephen Doyle. I am the living witness on and for the record. I am operating in my status as a private foreign national outside the corpse and underneath the laws of the land. I am the living witness. I appeared as a corpse before this moment, thinking a benefit existed, and I give fair warning that I do not consent to corpus delicti in this matter. I agree without recourse. What does that mean again? I agree that the system is messed up. No, it doesn't make sense in this sentence. I agree without recourse to discharge the charges of this. Oh, okay, so he's saying, I agree that even though you fucked up, you messed up, I'm gonna discharge the charges for both without recourse. Recourse. So, re means again, and course means to flow. So, you don't have to pay any more. I don't want to do business with you anymore. Discharge the charges. Is it the spirit of it? Gosh, I can't even speak it loud enough. He's got to do this in court. I do hereby assert my natural, irrevocable, and pre-authorized rights, distinct from any public or statutory obligations imposed upon the public persona. Crimes against me on the land are noted. I lost concentration and I just was reading the words. I'm still on without recourse to discharge the charges of this adverse counterclaim. Okay. Even though you messed up, the drugs don't work, the TRT made me go overboard. I still am willing to drop it. Discharge the charges. Even though I do that, it's because it's my natural, irrevocable, and pre-authorized rights. Irrevocable and pre-authorized. Oh, this heater's actually burning my eyes. I mean, what it's saying here, irrevocable and pre-authorized, means if I'm good enough, it's like the workman's worth his wages. If I'm good enough to exist in this world, you can't take that away from me. I always am good enough. You can't take away my rights. Pre-authorized means it got me here, and if I wasn't in jail before this, you can't just put somebody in jail if they don't want to be in jail. So that means that's what pre-authorized means. You don't just jail people if they didn't do anything to hurt anybody. You just come along and like, jaywalking. Oh, he made a phone call because he was juiced up and he had a roid rage. Not his fault though. He still has those rights. He's still the same person who did jaywalking. Nobody was hurt. There was no plan. Right? He didn't have a plan. He didn't say they didn't find any plans. He was just fucking under the influence of TRT, man. I saw it. His face was getting beet red. And, man, what's my role in all this? Fighting with him instead of calming him down and fucking working him out. That's the best thing for somebody with on TRT is to just work out like crazy. That's my failure. And that's not why I'm going to visit, like, to make up for it. I genuinely want to help him. his rights, distinct from any public or statutory obligations imposed upon the public persona. That's what I was just saying. It's statute. If he is actually suffering from a contraindication, mixing medicines, they're not medicines. You know, drugs contraindicated. Um, and, not to mention a complete failure of the psychiatric system. Like, you can't even make the argument for Adderall. There's natural nootropics that people go to when they get off Adderall because Adderall causes side effects. Okay? And if anybody does Adderall, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that you would know if you don't take Adderall, there's a after effect, and you take more Adderall and it goes away. So what I'm saying is there's a natural alternative that's used for people who do that. They get off Adderall and they take this other stuff. I think it's a mushroom. And it's a nootropic. So it fixes your whatever you take the Adderall for. What is it? Just energy? Mental energy? What about the brain of the gut? Is that the real cause of ADD? Is it the energy you can't sustain because it's too much high glycemic load? Is that why people do keto for kids? And they say the kids are really smart, well behaved, right? Is that how they judge a kid? How happy he is? Well, out of Jub's own mouth, the beef is healthier than the soy. But he said it's not spiritual. So I don't know how those two things could be true. If we are all one, then how could something that's not beneficial to some thing, the cow, how can that be beneficial to the whole or us as part of the whole? So I do believe that plant-based is healthier. So it doesn't have to be beef or soy. It doesn't have to be soy is what I'm saying. And I think Dr. Jubb was just trying to make a point that soy isn't healthy. No offense. I mean, it's like, look, if you're in a fight for your life, if we're fighting to survive in nature, right, as a species, and as far as we know, this is the first time in history that we can use language Um, digital language, like on a video, right? I mean, I'm speaking, but it's going through the computer, so it's not the same. We've never had computers like this. I mean, there was advanced species. We were much older than 300, 150,000 years, or whatever they say, when we started eating meat or fish, and that made our brains develop. That doesn't make sense, and I'll explain why. Do fish eat other fish? If fish eat other fish, right, and we came from fish, or a common ancestor, I don't want to say this wrong, hold on. Oh my god, so many tabs open. What is going on right here? Sale. Okay, I got sale. Thanks for your feedback. Okay, I can delete that. Sale, I can delete that, I think. Without recourse. Okay. Hospital gate. Case details. What is this? Just closing. I wanted to look something up though. Oh shit. Mm. Um. Discharge the charges of this adverse conduct. I do hereby assert my natural, irrevocable, and pre-authorized rights, distinct from any public or statutory obligations imposed upon the public persona. Alright, so just because I live in this world I was born into, this is how I'm interpreting that. Just because Sir Doyle was basically born into bondage, chemical bondage, because the chemicals of the food that he was raised on, okay, was he breastfed? Was he given pasteurized, homogenized dairy and cereal? Was it sprayed with any toxin, or was it organic? Or he's 60, so I don't know how long ago they started spraying pesticides, but um, there's a connection between vaccination, of course, that everybody knows about, to put people on the spectrum, and food is untalked about, mostly considered to be cutting edge, because you have the whole marketing of food, and how the ties between the government organizations and the industry and the overall big pharma. I don't say because it's not a farm. Just call it big pharma. Pharma. The P is silent because nobody wants to talk about it. I probably can't talk about it on YouTube, actually. Germ theory, yeah. I don't think you can talk about germ theory on YouTube. The fraud. Um, hmm. I know I've gotten my channel taken. I had channel strikes because I was anti-vax during COVID, and I'm still anti-vax, and I always was anti-vax. Dr. Joe's texted again. I wish I could just call. Make a wait. Yes, I could see that it makes a nice lawful order for the court. Yes. Make a notice of fact and lawful progression to discharge the charges. I've exercised my capacity to so no charges remain, and I'm giving value for consideration given. My tax deductibleness is passed on so taxes can be accrued and all as post it says Atticum post Atticum. My ID discharged. I gotta go to sleep. I can't do this. All is brought under the bid bond is discharged without recourse. Oh my god. I'm sorry to bother you with this. It's kind of last minute. It's really last minute, actually. Haha. In revolutionary terms, pressure form above and below. I'd put then government regulations created that has silently taken away your title to have been a crime of title conversion. I said I'm sorry to bother you with this. It's so last minute. So you can kind of get across the urgency without telling him to call. Where were we? The public persona, right? Like the public school system. Um, Man, does everybody just survive the best they can in this world, or I don't think there's something wrong with Sir Doyle. I think he wants to, like everybody, have a good life. And I don't know him to be violent at all. I know that I've been to jail. I've also been in an ambulance, and I did not want to do either. In my most recent memory, I was only in an ambulance once. So, I would say that's this public or statutory obligations is like, I did the best that I could. It wasn't my choice to be born into this, and I did the best I could. And like we were saying, natural, irrevocable, natural. If it's pre-authorized, right? Meaning somebody's born, they get the benefit of the doubt, they're a good human being, right? You don't just lock them up. Okay, it's pre-authorized. Irrevocable means that same person gets gets redemption. Like if they get accused of something, like Sir Doyle, he's accused of breaking some law, which is a statute. He didn't hurt anybody, so he didn't break any laws. He didn't hurt anybody. He just was a victim himself, doing the best that he could. The system is messed up. That's why it's a public persona. Crimes against me on the land are noted. So the same people, this is what I get out of this one. Crimes against me on the land are noted. The same people who are the supposed lawmakers, they're on the same land as me, as Sir Doyle. And they're participating in crime against me, against crime. I'm speaking as Sir Doyle now. Crimes against me because I'm the one in jail being harmed on a daily basis. I gotta get the F out of here. And you're doing harm to me. That's the real crime. Because we're both equal. Just because you're a judge and I'm Sir Doyle doesn't make you able to do something to me that I don't agree to. I don't agree to that. It's called corpus delicti, where they say, "Oh, that's you. You're judged now." Okay, that's the way I see that. On the land means everybody is equal under the eyes of God. So, he should have been treated differently. If he called me up really pissed off, I wouldn't. Um, I would diffuse the situation, especially knowing now that I may have been a contributor to him overall being fired up because I argued with him. So that could have made him, and I didn't work out with him. That's the other thing. Anyway, let me get back to this. What was I? We're all equal under the eyes of the law. Probably not the right way to say it. We're all equal in common law, in natural law. That's this recognition of private authority. There's no medium between you and God. And eye awareness or whatever religion you ascribe to. I am a man from the land. Did I say it already? Recognition of private authority? Yeah. No medium between you and the truth and your justice and your American way and your freedom. These acts happen to me on the land. Right? That's what I'm saying. We're equal. I am not agreeable to corpus delicti in the matter I'm the living witness about. I'm not agreeable to corpus delicti in the matter I'm the living witness about. Okay, so he's talking about the name in all caps, the straw man. This is what you. This is what you give me. You 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 took my life from a young age, and because the circumstances in the care was um, in the form of medical malpractice. I was medical malpracticed. How about that one? Um, I don't agree that you're gonna get away with that and just charge me as the result of that. If you gave me a poison that killed me, if they killed Sir Doyle and then um, charged him for public disturbance, how about that one? Because he couldn't. Yeah, he was so messed up from the poison. He couldn't make a phone call. He was just in public somewhere, just like writhing and screaming, and the cops came and charged him with public disturbance. That's what this is like. Medical malpractice on, and then charged for having side effects. Sir Doyle was medically malpracticed on, and then charged with the crime resulting from the side effects. On and for the record, okay? He's saying this now, right? From now and for all time. I am the principal and grantor of the bid bond in my name. So this is my life, not yours. I'm operating from a common law court of record. Okay, he's taking the control, the power. Trial by jury process. Okay, so where are the jury of the peers that have the ability to judge? Right? You know why it's a jury of peers, right? It's people, they put themselves in your shoes and they think of if what you did was right or wrong. Because if this is a crime, right? It's not like, oh, compensation. The Judge Judy comes in and she goes, oh, you have to pay this much you don't have to pay for, or whatever, if there's disputes, right? This is more like you have to pay the whole lump sum or not. Who's you gonna side on? So now, if it's the peers, if it's a jury of peers, that means we're all on the same level. And if a judge is saying that Sir Doyle is uh, even if he doesn't, because he's operating as the plug this in before the trustee, I think. I had to plug that in. record. No living witnesses against me. Okay? Didn't hurt anybody. No counterclaim exists. Nobody else is here. They're not saying, they're not arguing for this. It's just a report. Maximal protection attaches to this claim. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about that. I would love it for it to be so. So, that is the update. I believe Dr. Jubb is gonna call, so I'll ask him if he wants to be live. Can't zoom. Alright. without recourse means I can't be responsible for your F up. You can't say that the system works all the time. And I'm talking about the nutrition system, the medical system, iatrogenic illness, death. This is a contraindication, and anybody can see that. Gotta what do I gotta do here? I gotta go to YouTube. Nice, we gotta go to Wix. Are you truly awake? That's what it is. Monetization off. Oh shit. Fuck, I shouldn't have published it. Revert to the draft. Schedule post. Here we go. Friday. 12:05. Oh wow, it's 12:49 already. I should have just posted. Hold on a second. Actually, I had no idea it was so late. Instant premiere. Here we go. Okay. Instant premiere. Alright, and go back to this. And I'll be right back. Send it, he says. Oh, I was about to. Dr. Joe?
Hey, mate. Yeah. The more prepared a piece of paper is, and the more, what the action is really clean and clear, they like that more, and people processing it like it more. Did you get to connect with him today at all?
Yeah.
Oh, and what did you find out about him not being able to receive the monies, or he it didn't get allocated to phone?
Well, I don't know if I believe what he says. That he got it and, he forgot to call me. He, reached in his pocket, he was looking for it, but all he had was his ID badge.
Oh, so he wasn't able to access his number for his account or something? But anyway, and so they saw him yesterday or today, sorry.
That's what he said. He said he, got a new attorney.
Yeah,
He told me
okay.
not to say her name. She's a
Yeah.
famous, he said I could call her Vicky G.
Well, she can be a counsel. She's not an attorney to him.
And then I click on the website, and it says no defense attorney information on file.
Yeah, that's right, because that he's look, fuck. Every single attorney has committed treason. They cannot use their birth certificate without written permission to do anything, and it's legal name fraud outright, period, all the way, and they should be banned. Be careful, only just welcome them as a friend, and they are a counsel, and they're appearing, they're just a counsel, simple. He's not making an appearance. They want to keep calling it an appearance. It's like, okay, we'll keep calling it an appearance, but it's not. It absolutely is a visitation, and it's a ministerial visitation. That's what he's asked. And the clerk of the court should have fucking well recorded this, but the clerk of the court has to be recorded of it, that's all. I would say that she could, or who this person is, could have seen sort of what he's doing, and she could see that there is absolutely no argument, zero. And what is he doing? He's exercising his remedy, simple. And so in this last piece of paper, it can be clear that you could use her name if she's been the one who's kind of now on the roster or something, and you could say that she's on the roster and she's got this heading or whatever, and you'd want to make sure that the court is aware that Miss Sally Ferguson, or whatever her name is being held as a counsel, and not as my attorney, but counsel, lawful counsel, simple, to protect my private right. That's it. and that no constitutional violation would have occurred, or just, no, wait a minute, and that my constitutional protection is guarded. And I agree with the fiction, so I don't have any argument with fiction. The fiction, and I'm the real party by nature in equity. In this matter, the court would agree to note, and everyone else as a party is only a characterization of surety. Yeah. So yeah. And I'm wanting to see that these. I'm ordering these charges to be discharged. So that's an order. That's like a check. I'm ordering these charges to be discharged without recourse. Well, that's a check. And that I'm the payor. And there's a drawer, a payee. And the drawer. Yeah. Of the matter. And that I'm appointing the judge to be the settler and the prosecutor to be the trustee of this matter that I am the beneficiary of. It was for me to consider that perhaps I was giving some consideration as some benefit, but I see that I wasn't given any benefit, and I'm just giving fair warning that I'm coming from the land, and this that's happened to me has happened as a claim that's occurred to me on the land. Right.
So, would, like, if he's, like, I'm not sure what it's gonna be like tomorrow, if he's even gonna be there. Cause last time I went, they said the case was squashed for the day or whatever.
Okay. Well,
But
look, you just want to see that everything is been recorded by the clerk of the court. That's all. It's been scheduled, and he's on for this to be heard as soon as possible. Right.
and I thought we did an appendix, but I don't see it.
No, we didn't do an appendix for them.
I have a
We just did
support
the
of
straight
law
letter.
and
Huh?
authority.
Which is going to do an appendix, yeah, exactly, and make this as a heading. It's notice of fact and law.
Okay, because this one has a support of law, but not notice of fact and law. Okay.
Yeah, notice of fact and law and procedure. Notice of fact and law and procedure to follow. There we go. And to draft up the document with Yeah. With, I think, can you have recorded the things that we just said before?
I'm still rolling.
Yeah, so you're drawing up the document so that it's uh, easy for the officers of the court to see the procedure that can be followed in a common law court of record, and that every court under the Commonwealth is a common law court, and that I'd care to see the government give me the maximal protections it can and see that these charges get discharged and that I can have exercised my remedy. Right. Thank you. See what comes up, mate. Put that together now and see that it can draw up an appendix that's going to be paginated to the first one. Right. It can be also, make sure that the last page is drawn up in a manner that space exists for the judge who is the settler and the clerk of the court and the prosecutor who's the trustee to be able to be signed off on. Then, or to be given to the bailiff that these charges are discharged. That the orders are given to the, right. The orders are given to, without recourse, non-assumpted, be discharged under the bid bond. I think that's all that needs to be for this, and it's an appendix, so that you'd have to, when you go down to the court, you'd have to get it stamped and put this copy in as an amended copy. And then make sure that also it says that it's on the private side, and that he's appearing as his private foreign national with an oath, being under oath to the people of the county and the state. And he's under penalties of perjury. On and for the record. So let's see what it does to give us a page, and then we'll have a quick look at that to see that we can improve it. Yeah. McKenna's looked into getting a letter to be able to perhaps be seen by John Kieran. It looks like he wants like $500 or something to and he's joining this school, which I guess if you've got an issue, that makes sense that you might join the school. But anyway, so to do anything, he's
Well, I plugged into AI the um, 7 IRS forms that you told me about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, right. Well, there's only two. There's only two that you must ask for them. You've got to audit it from them. You can get 5 of each. Yeah, you must have 5 of them. At least I think that's all they can give. They have laws at the moment. It's as many as somebody could be gotten one request, and that's the 1099 ORD and the 1096. Everything else is something which we can get. You can get copied off the net. Yeah, copied off them. Yeah, so. Yeah.
I was thinking that if I got those documents, I could see things that maybe other people would want to see, like if they don't even know if they, it's just somebody online or something. They would have to order these forms. It's like a way
Oh, what are
harder
we
to get.
talking about now, mate? The IRS forms? The IRS forms?
The ones that you have to order.
Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, what about those?
So like,
Yeah.
if I get those,
Uh-huh.
then I don't know. Is there a reason why they're not available online? Are they trying to hide it? What's to stop
Oh,
me from
oh,
showing other
when you,
people how to do
oh,
it?
yeah, that's right. There's only, let's see, there's quite a few forms that the IRS has. Every single one of them is a product that they have. And a certain amount of money it is that they will take from your Federal Reserve account that you use their form, but I'm not sure how much it is. It's not too much. But the ones that will cost $100,000, so the 1099 that you fill out, that costs $100,000. So that particular form, they will, when you use that product, that's their product, they can take $100,000 from your, your 9 billion that's in the account, in the general account, in the public bank, the trust bank. So, it's no big deal. They just pull $100,000 for themselves for that. And so they're the only two forms that really cost you a lot of money, right? It's money itself, and it's got magnetic pieces in it like a dollar bill does in the form to identify that. Whereas no other IRS form has that in it. So those are two forms that you can only ever get from them. And if you ask everyone around you which is the forms you can't get, which is the ones you can, they'll look at you daft. They have no knowledge. But then if you said, did you know what the most expensive product is that they have, which if you ever use that, and they'll say, no, I don't know that. It's like, well, it's just a piece of paper, but if you use that, $100,000 is going to be taken out of your account. Anyway, we'll relax about the whole thing. It's not what anybody thinks. And most people are looking through glasses that are really screwed up, actually. But you can understand it, because everybody's looking at everything just through the eyes of negative inductance, right? And that, but you can't use one except for what they're given. That's right. Yeah. Because it's worth so much money. I think the things that you're beginning to hear more about, the 1099 and that sort of thing, the more you're moving into a realm that you better hear this from me or someone else. Because why? It's private. Go ahead and look on anywhere and you're going to see that it's not public. And so all of us are only coming from public information. We'd have to have studied and learned more what the private side is more. Yeah. And that's something you've got to dabble and get into, which is what I've done, for quite some time. It's really what the private law is, what the private side is, and to be able to understand that. So you ask anybody, even the woman that comes to present him, does she know how to protect his private right? She could say no. Be truthful. But she'd ask her, do you think you could learn a bit from what the process is, and can you look and see how it works? She might say no or yes or what. I'm pretty sure that it'll be brand new before her eyes, and everyone else's as well a little bit. Yes, you have to stick your ground.
Well, with the paperwork, I can kind of level the playing field a little bit, because I won't have to get states right.
Oh, yeah, you're a friend of the court. It's a friendly procedure. It's about paying them, so you're part of a party that wants to pay them. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, no, but we want to just pay you. We want to get discharged and discharge each other. That's it. We're agreeing to do that. So. Oh, you're kidding. It's like, no. Plus, guess what? We're going to pay the taxes on it. We're going to give you value as long as you give us consideration. Thank you so much. And now, you could go ahead and ask 1,000 people around you, all involved where everything is, and I'll bet you I'm the only one who has just said that to you. They can have no idea. So I don't know where we would want to start with it. With the woman that's an attorney, that's whatever, or any of them there before us. You'd be the one who's sort of like anyway, let's see what AI does for us. Yeah, it's going to give us another page or two. It's an appendix, and that's to do with the procedure that the court follows. Yeah.
I think I have to refresh. It says streaming interrupted. Waiting for the complete message.
Okay. Yeah. I talked to Jay today. We just figured out how to get back to get notifications that it shows coming out. I saw also he looked at our site and he saw that we need to make sure that we've got that activated as well. Yeah, so it didn't look like it was activated at all. So I connected with McKenna today to look into this a bit. Sort of notifications that have been turned off or something, and then he tried lots of ways to get to this, to get to you, or to get to the information, but he couldn't get anything from typing me in. Eventually, I think he typed in Red Out, was it Red Out Production? Red Out Production.
Oh, I gotta put your name in the title.
Well, the very thing is that it's hidden from anybody that's typing stuff in to find anything because too many words, too many things all in front of everything. But then also too, it's scattering a little more where something gets underneath another heading, and then how no one can ever end up with being able to get to it because it's the code to get to it, and that's not in your name or too much.
What if?
He called me today because he spent after work 2 simple times throughout various parts to get through a little bit of time and would look and see what he could do to find. And he couldn't believe that suddenly he wasn't being notified because he was I mean, I think on our side, where he finds things that then the art, of course, is totally not the same as the art that we had, which I'm positive everybody can see that. The other thing is that I don't know that any dates happen. So I'm not sure if McKenna or others have thought, we won't just have any date on anything because it's just, I wonder about those things. He did say that where we are with podcasts are at the site, in mine at least, he reckoned that it was really terrible. Terrible because unusual, it's like a little list or something, but it didn't seem like any order or anything, right? Which I know that I can. I'm going to see what I can do to find some people out there that could help us manage stuff. Yeah, as part of everything as well. A bit. As soon as I can get some backing, it's possible that some of this monies can go toward marketing, of course, and promotion and stuff, and this tightening up the things like all of this. Yeah. I know that because we don't have a Dun Bradstreet number, there's 3 or 4 things that cause us not to be searchable properly anyway. Yeah. I think when he typed in just my name, some things came up that was 10 years ago or 15 years ago or 7 years ago or 4 years ago. But God help us, nothing that we've done that's recent. Yeah. And that's Google. That's the Google searching. So, yeah, it's just what we've done is to get as good as optimization as we can for search engine. But in the time that's to come, that could be the words that we use, because at the moment we don't appear sort of on Google like we should. Yeah. If someone goes there themselves, at least the computer recognizes that, oh, somebody knows something, and they go and they put the things in right and what have you, and it's possible for Google to have something which it gives you like that. But typical, it'll be that instruction has been given not to necessarily bring the site up at all, right? So when you go to ask for questions, it can sense, the computer, after a moment, sort of what your intention is. If AI, which it's programmed to get a sense of, you haven't got the right sort of view, like you have to have a Google view, and it's as good as the prompts that it's given, and sometimes it can take 2 or 3 times perhaps before you've corrected the things that you've asked it, so that you can get the answers from it. Anyway, look, at some point we'll really get some more professional help and stuff where we are, but we can keep on thinking about what to do, where we can improve things a bit. Anyway, it's the court tomorrow, and that's probably just all that we should keep a focus on, that you really feel good and strong, where you are there, which you should feel good and strong. And you imagine that these people are your friends. Now, this should be, as it does say there, that it's on and for the record, and that's his testimony, and it's he could read it out, or he could say that he doesn't feel like he could read that out, and so you're a friend of the court, and then you can read this out.
That's what I was thinking.
Huh?
Yeah, how does that go?
Oh, have you sent something, mate?
Like, would I just... I mean, they're not gonna ask me. I'd just stand up or walk up to them.
Oh, no, I would have a feeling that they're going to have a hearing, and they should be hearing this and not anything else. Right. And they might want to ask a few questions to see if they can trick you, yeah? So that you'll be under their jurisdiction. They can just chuck everything out because of your decor and what you've done, because you mixed up jurisdiction underneath a statute or something, and themselves, because you didn't rebut anything that all of a sudden was, so the paper could all show a specific bent that should be. They can ask a question like, we've given you your attorney that's representing you. And so you'd say, point of order. In this paper, which I think I did say, I've got it put, let's see if it is when AI gives it back to you, but it should have the words point of order in it. Because a point of order means like, maybe you shouldn't think about what was before this, because it just means that. It means, I think that could be something that's an error before. So when you say point of order, that's what that means. So I say a point of order is that, yes, Wendy or whatever her name is here as a counsel. Thank you so much. So you correct. That's on her for the record that, yes, she is here as a counsel. So she's not appearing. No, she's there, alongside you and your mate. Yeah, and she's in a council, right? So he's doing this. So if you can't stand up to say it, or you or whatever her name is, could do this, yeah, because you both can. Because it's just from him, and it's on and for the record. So, and it's asking the court to do certain things, but they're listening to hear the whole thing, and after that, that's it. Yeah. Yes, so you're there as a friend of the court. Just still waiting in line, mate, yeah? Are you there, mate? Are you there, mate?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Lukey?
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. My, let me see how much battery I've got, because just sometimes I'm afraid, oh, shit, I've got to go plug this in. Got 15%. Right.
Sorry, I was
That's okay.
saying something, but I forgot my mic was off.
Oh. How's it going? Is it sort of still?
So it gave me the outline. I'm gonna ask it to. Can you give that to me in a text format that I can copy paste onto my site so Dr. Job can read it on his phone? Give me the actual document, and then he'll read it and say what to change, and I'll record him.
for those documents which you get, a 1099 and a 1096. I can pay taxes, and I can send something off to the Treasury at least, and have fixed up taxes or something for last year at least. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I was reading about them. Something about property. Oh, here we go. This might work. Okay, got something. Oh, that's what I want to ask you, Dr. Joe.
Mm.
So, I accidentally, when I printed these today, um, can I use pen to cross out and rewrite something? Or
Yeah, definitely.
okay,
It makes it look good. Yeah, definitely. It makes it look better, believe it or not. It's, got your hand to it somewhere there. Yeah. If you have a chance to put this amended copy in, you're just getting that file where you go in and you're seeing that the clerk of the court has got this case recorded right, that it's a common law, it's a court of record, court of record. And to be asked that the bid bond and performance bond, the bid bond has been, organised to be for the court to be for the judge to sign off on this. Yeah. The piece of paper that we're asking for now, hopefully it's got a spot somewhere there. Maybe it shouldn't call it appendix anymore. It's just notice of fact. And it's page 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, if it's the 4th page, and it's paginated it. Anyway, have you sent it yet, mate?
Yeah, I'm just gonna format it.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I think that works actually. Text you. There you go. Okay.
it's the way that we would say it now. We will say rights. But if everything could be put more into singular tense, and where something is pluralized, it could use brackets around an S after the word. That's a way for it to do it, kind of. So it's inclusive of everything. So the court is requested to issue, or it says orders. I would think that the court is requested to issue the order. It's not orders, but it's issue the order to discharge. It's be specific. It's like, what's the order? It's like the order to discharge the charges. There's more that you could say that in there, the better, I think. Anyway, I think it's really good, Lukey, like really. No, it adds to everything. When you see them together, which you will be able to, I'm pretty sure that you're going to see, oh yeah, this looks really good. It's like slick to go together. So it might be only, 3 pages or something, is it? When it's with the front and then this is the back. Or you just combine this into one document now? Or 2 documents, because, yeah, this is another document. Yeah.
Notice an order is 3 pages. Well, 2 pages, and then the last page has like a little bit on the top of it. 2 and a quarter.
I see. How good. Oh, that's great.